While, while soap and detergent purify with cause, rain and sun purify without cause. Welcome to another episode. And here we're going to chapter 95, Surah 95, which is Atin. And Atin means the fig tree. Or, yes, the fig tree. It starts with introduction and summary. That is on page 1976. Under it, man created in best of molds. Mm. Man, Harakna Insana, min asl takwim. Man created in best of molds, but liable to fall unless he believes and leads a good life. Text and notes will be found in Science 1 to 8. That's pages 1977 to 1978 inclusive. Now we go to now we go to the next sign, which is Alak, Suratul Alak, and that's sign 9, let's say sign chapter. Now we go to the next chapter, which is Alak, mm, Suratul Alak, and that is cloth, mm, 96. Yes, leech like cloth, uh, leech like cloth. And also proclaim, read, recite, rehearse. No. Or Ikra, yeah. Suratul Alaq, that it has two names. Mm. Also, one of the chapters had two names. This one has, as a moment, has another name. Mm. This one equally is Alaq, either Alaq or Ikrak. And Alaq means it's like cloth. Mm. Oh, you can make mistakes. I don't know. Oh, it's like cloth. And then either that or Ikra. And Ikra means proclaim, recite, read, rehearse, uh, either of those. But the most important, I think, is proclaim, proclaiming the word of God. And that's 96, chapter 96. It begins, as usual, with introduction and summary on page 1979. Under it, God teaches man new knowledge, his message to be proclaimed. Yes, God's message to be proclaimed. Text and notes can be found in Science 1 to 19. Like we see, only 19 signs. Mm. This can be found on pages 1980 to 1983. The next chapter is Qadr, and Qadr is power. Mm. The night of power, Laylatul Qadr. That's the night that the Quran was brought down by the angel Gabriel to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And so it's the night of power, and we always pray to commemorate, fast rather, we always fast to commemorate that night. Al-Qadr, yes, Al-Qadr, the night of power, that's 97. That's chapter 97. Um, it begins with introduction and summary on page 1984. Under it, night of God's revelation. Text and notes can be found in Signs 1 to 9, 1 to 7. إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من ألف شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن الله من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر. So you see, these last surahs are short, 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 and can be used conveniently for prayer. And most Muslims, even new Muslims, can recite them with ease. You can see I went straight away with ease. Very good for prayers. Introduction notes can be found on page 1987. The ninth of God's revelation. Text and notes can be found in Psalms 1 to 9. That's page 1985. Then we have Surah Al Baina, a clear or explanation. Let's see. Surah Al Baina. Yes, the clear evidence. Surah Al Baina or Bainat. The clear evidence. Um, uh, Al Baina. That is it, 90. Yes, 90, Surah 98. Introduction and notes can be found on page 1986. And that we have clear evidence, mm, semicolon, straight religion, text and notes 1 to 8. This can be found on on pages 1987 through 1989. Mm, mm. Uh, we go to we go to the next chapter, which is 99, and that's Surah Zilzila. Mm. Zilzila means convulsion. Let's see. Surah Zilzila 99. Yes, the convulsion. Surah Zilzila, the convulsion. Uh, Introduction and summary can be found on page 1990. Then under it we have, as with a tremendous earthquake, this world will be dissolved as as pardon me, as with a tremendous earthquake, this world will be dissolved by convulsion or with convulsion. Mm. Next text and notes will be found in Psalms 1 to 8, on pages 1991 to 1992. And that's convulsion. That's zlato ad zilzalaha. When the world, when the world and the earth is convulsed, convulses with its power. Okay, the next one is Surah 100, Surah 100, uh, and that is Adiyat, Surah Adiyat, those that run. Surah Adiyat, yes, those that run, Surah Adiyat. Introduction and summary can be found on page 1993. Then we have under it, spiritual power is irresistible, but man is ungrateful. You can't resist spiritual power. You see what happened a few days back at Los Angeles. That's spiritual power. And that's what people are playing with. They try to give it so many explanations that do not make sense to some of us. You see, that's irresistible. Mm. But instead of us to be grateful about it, we are not. Mm. Uh, Sorry. Instead of us to be grateful about it, we are not. Pardon me, viewers. My knees are down for you. Mm. Uh, instead of us to be grateful with it, we are not. And that's, but man is ungrateful. Text and notes can be found in Psalms 1 to 11 on pages 1994 to 1997. The next sign is 1. sign 101, and that is Al-Qari'ah. Al-Qari'ah. Ma Allah kama Al-Qari'ah. And that is the day of clamor. The day of clamor, Al-Qari'ah. Introduction and summary will be found on page 1996. 1996. Then we go overboard. Al-Qari'ah continued. Then we have under it, balance of justice will appraise all deeds. Balance of justice will appraise all deeds. Tests and notes can be found in Science 1 to 11. In Science 1 to 11. Just like Surah Al-Adiyat. Just like the previous Surah. It has 11. In other words, it has 11 signs, or both have 11 signs, 100 and 101. The next sign, the next sign is Takathur. 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 That's the next sign. 102. Takathur. And 102 is piling up. Piling up wealth, pieces of wealth. And we don't know that the more we pile up, the more we are closer to the grave. We don't realize it until we die and somebody else comes to take of it, that comes to take it over, the wealth over. It may be your children. If you don't have children, it may be somebody else. We see people giving their wealth to animals like cats, dogs, whatnot. What sense does it make? No sense. So at a car through introduction and summary can be found on page 1999. Under it, pile not things ephemeral. Tests and notes can be found in signs 1 to 8, only 8 signs on pages 200 to 2001. The next sign is 103, Al-Asr. Al-Asr, which is time through the ages. Al-Asr means time through the ages. I think Dahri also is sign. Let's see, Dahri or my kind also means signs, time. But as Al-Asr is time through the ages. Yes, time through the ages. Al-Asr. As usual, we have introduction and summary on page 2002. Under it, we have time shows that nothing lasts but faith. Nothing lasts but faith, goodness, truth, and virtue. Then we have text and notes. Signs 1 to 3, very short sign, convenient for prayers when one is in haste or when one has no time, but must remember God. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. You finish your prayer, you bow, you prostrate, and then you go to the next short chapter before you realize you are the one who finished prayers and you are going. Not because it's intentional, but because maybe you are in a hurry or something. Okay, that's Surah Al-Asr. Introduction and notes can be found on page 2002. Then time shows that nothing lasts but faith, goodness. Oh, we've done it. Goodness, truth, and virtue. Text and notes can be found in Science 1 to 3. Pardon me, viewers. Just now I've forgotten that I read it. Okay. Then we have Appendix 7. Appendix 7. Oaths and adjurations in the Quran. Oaths and adjurations in the Quran. But I know the Quran speaks against unnecessary oaths. Mm. Things that do not need to be associated with oaths, we do it. That's Appendix 7. Then from Appendix 7, I think viewers, we make this a short episode. Mm. My health is not in good condition. Mm. And when we come back after the appendix, we go to Humaza, mm. Surah Al Humaza, which is Surah 104. Mm. The scandal monger, where people who have no time, they fill the belly with food. And after that, they move from place to place, individual to individual, or groups to groups. Broadcasting scandal that has no meaning, that has no origin, without knowing that wise people among those people know that they are evil people. So we shall end here. When we come back, we'll go to the scandal monger, mm, Surah 107. Thank you very much. Ilalaka, bye bye, au revoir, and may God be with you all.